Hi everyone, I am your host, owner, and creator of The Mix. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you can see what this video is going to be about, based on the title, yes, it's a huge congrats to Mr. Brandon Johnson, the new mayor of Chicago, Illinois. Yes, congrats to Brandon Johnson. Congrats, congrats, congrats. But before I jump into my discussion and opinion and commentary on the Chicago mayor's race and Mr. Brandon Johnson, I need for everyone to go ahead and hit the like and subscription button for those who are digitally passing by and who have yet to subscribe to my channel. Yes, go ahead and like, share, subscribe, and drop some comments. Drop some comments to the mix. Let's get the discussion going in the comment section. Yes. Like, share, thumbs up. Let's get these likes up, you guys. Let's get these likes up. And thank you guys for supporting and tuning into the mix. Now, back to Brandon Johnson. Congrats. Chicago. I think this is a good thing for Chicago and Illinois as a whole. Seems like people are becoming more independent and intentional in their voting selections, which is definitely a good thing, you guys. It really is. People, I would say, in my opinion, are doing what works for them. So yeah, continue everyone to do what works for you, no matter where you're living at, what country you're in. Do what works for you and your community, culture as a whole, as opposed to following traditional politics. It seems like people are waking up from the traditional politics as a whole, so, and it seems as if being the same type of political stance or politicians in office for a substantial amount of years is becoming a little outdated for voters, and I would say too, probably for the newer generation of voters. So yeah, they are, people are becoming more, like I stated, intentional and just ditching the old style of politics and keeping the same machine at it and the same type of or similar politicians in the same office for 10 and 15 years. It's like everyone is and the tide is turning because the youth, and to my understanding, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the youth showed up and showed out in Chicago, and that's a great thing. That's definitely a great thing. And again, to me, in my opinion, is very somewhat historic, you guys, for Chicago and Illinois as a whole. Because the last time the fifth floor, the mayor's office was occupied was back when Mayor Harold Washington was there. So the last time the fifth floor was occupied by a black, I believe Mr. Brandon Johnson is a heterosexual male. So, was when Mayor Harold Washington was in office. So this is somewhat historic for Chicago, and to me, in my opinion, in Illinois Illinois as a whole. So one may ask, and also drop a comment, like this video, drop a comment. Chicago and everyone, what do you think? One would ask, what is next? What do you think will happen next for Chicago or politics as a whole? As you can see, it seems like everyone is ditching the old style of politics. Yes, granted, to my understanding, Mr. Brandon Johnson is a Democrat, but he's a different style type of Democrat. Mr. Brandon Johnson was a teacher, so he was a part of the CTU, Chicago Teachers Union. And to me, from my opinion, and based off of research and review, the CTU is very strong. So what's next? Do you all think Mr. Brandon Johnson will play politics and have a soft spot for the CTU? Do you think the CTU will be pulling his strings? Do you think Mr. Brandon Johnson will conform to the CTU's wishes and standards across the board and possibly forget his constituents, those who got him into office? Or do you think he will broaden his agenda and truly put into play what he ran on for the people? I'm sure, I'm just going to run down some things. I'm sure crime is a big one for Chicago and for his constituents, meaning his voters. I'm sure good school systems, opening schools, um, teachers being paid fairly, and the proper resources and tools being allocated to Chicago public schools is important for his constituents. I'm sure property taxes for those who, property tax owners, those who own real estate, who owns homes. I'm sure employment is a biggie, and also fairness across and amongst all cultures in terms of equity and inclusion, um, entrepreneurship, all of that. So, do you all think Mr. Brandon Johnson will have the gumption, the wherewithal, and all of that, and the fairness to act on behalf of his constituents who got him into office? The young, I think, as I stated, I believe, and I don't have the numbers in front of me. I think the youth showed up and showed out. So the youth is big on entrepreneurship. The youth is big on technology. The youth is big on things being affordable, to my understanding, and also those who are in the middle age demographics who are homeowners. They are big on low property taxes as well, and good school systems and things of that nature. But also the businesses that occupy downtown Chicago. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Are the big businesses going to continue to relocate and move outside the city of Chicago, or relocate to a whole nother state? Will downtown Chicago be a ghost town? Since Brandon Johnson is in office, will crime decrease? So these are so many different factors to ponder on, you guys. And I'm excited to see what's for Chicago, what's in the future. Granted, I do not live in Chicago, but Chicago is my hometown. And I'm very, I guess you can say, opinionated when it comes to a variety of political elections, whether it be local, national, from city to state, etc., etc. So, but yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'm just excited that it seems as if people are waking up and just following their own trajectory, as opposed to others, as opposed to the traditional, as opposed to what another politician may come in and say, hey, vote for this person because of this or that, when they have more to gain because of their relationship and connection with the person running for office. So again, I think this is a good thing for Chicago as a whole. It's sending a message to all other politicians that people are waking up and they are doing what works for them, their household, their finances, their health, their livelihood, property taxes, all of that. And that's a good thing. So politicians are being put on notice. And then if Brandon Johnson does not deliver, vote him out too. Vote him out too, just like they did Mayor Lori Lightfoot. It's time to start exercising. Everybody, the politicians work for us, no matter where you live at. Go to the polls, vote them out, or get involved. If you really want to make a difference, get involved on a local level and have your hands out there in the field during election time, or not just waiting until election time. Before that, if you can, So, and I do know and understand people have lives, and sometimes people don't have the time and the patience to get involved, to get their hands dirty, to be out there in the field, and to really politic for things that they feel passionate about and that interest them, and they feel that should be pushed in their community, and putting the politicians on notice. But that's where change begins, and not just in the voting booth as well. But like I stated, this is a good thing. Congrats again to Brandon Johnson. Drop a comment. What are your thoughts, Chicagoans, and just people in general? What are your thoughts? Because people everywhere had watched this election. This was a big one, and everyone is chiming in, from the Congress people from different states, from different mayors and governors in different states. Everyone has been chiming in. Everyone has been giving their opinion, whether they live in Illinois or not. So, but yeah, Drop a comment, you guys. Thank you all for tuning into the mix. I just had to hop right on here really quickly and just congratulate and just throw out a congratulations to Mr. Brandon Johnson, black male who will be occupying the fifth floor. So yeah, like, share, subscribe to the mix. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Thank you all for tuning in. I will talk to you all soon. Bye.